Last year, I released my game demo on Steam, created 10 bosses, created close to 70 videos, and built an art platform where AI art is permanently banned. Hi, my name is Moss. I'm a solo developer behind a game called Duck Norris Tales, where you play as a duck saving the world from an alien invasion. And also the founder behind Purely Human, a human-first platform that we're building from the grounds up. 2025 was supposed to be the year that I finished a huge chunk of my game. Instead, it became a year full of experimentation and learning. And then one thing I learned was that all energy is not created equal. If you're a developer or in the game industry, you have probably had this exact same experience. You spend 4 hours trying to fix a bug. You're frustrated, exhausted, and ready to quit. Then you go for a walk or just take a shower. And then all of a sudden, the solution is right there in your head. This happened to me at least 20 times last year. And around the 10th time, I started asking myself, why does this keep happening? And the answer hit me harder than it should have. I was just spending my energy at the wrong problems, at the wrong times. My brain wasn't broken, it was just exhausted from trying to force solutions instead of letting them emerge. And that realization was the foundation of how I approached 2025. Stop overthinking, start doing, and focus my energy on things that excites me. Turns out that simple shift changed everything. The thing is, the beginning of 2025 was very rough for me. I had a game that was barely functional, and I had a dozen of half-baked ideas with zero direction. I was also inconsistent, and I was so scared of trying anything outside of my comfort zone. But here's the thing, I'm still the same person. The only thing I changed hesitation into action. So I sat down in January and I drew a line in the sand and had one simple rule. Add energy in everything that I do or just don't do it at all. And no more catering for an imaginary market expectation. Just go back to the basics. Focus on the audience of one. Make videos for someone just like me. Try have a good time and maybe learn a thing or two along the way. And at this time I had a huge dilemma. What kind of game Duck Norris would be? Most of the ideas I had was turning it into a Metroidvania. But the thing is, I hated level design. And I kept forcing myself to do it because I thought this is what the market wanted. And in March, I just had one of those moments and I thought like, what if I just stop? Instead of spending months creating something I don't want to make, I went all in with something that excites me. And that is making bosses, creating attack patterns, and creating those intense moments we all remember in video games. So I made an executive decision. Duck Norris Tales is going to be a boss rush game. And once I removed that energy draining level design from my plate, and suddenly I had a lot of creativity left for other stuff. So I started adding cutscenes, quest system, achievements, skins, unique guns. Every unlock fundamentally changed how you approach the game. And that's the kind of polish that I couldn't do when I was spreading my energy across things I didn't enjoy. When I started focusing on what energized me, the game became so much better than it would have if I just followed the safe path. And that led me to releasing the demo on Steam NextFest. And this event brought so much traffic to the game. But the thing is with Steam NextFest, I got a lot of traffic on day 1 and then on day 2, it just fizzled out. We were already buried under the avalanche of all the new submissions. And with all the sheer number of applications, I think my game did okay. It got 3x the wishlist, which is not bad at all considering the size of my channel. But also there were so many incredible games in the fest, like Constance, Skate Story, and so many others. So right now the game is sitting with a cozy 1k wishlists. But I'm definitely striving to get a lot more this year. And leading to the month of NextFest, I went to an absolute overdrive. I released close to 20 videos in 1 month. Messaged 100 different creators, responded to every comment on Discord and YouTube, and all of my DMs. The demo got a lot more exposure than it would have otherwise. By the end of October, I was completely done. Not just tired, but genuinely deeply exhausted, and I didn't want to look at any screens. So eventually I needed a break. So I went on a road trip with the family to completely step away from the office. And during that road trip, while I'm supposed to be relaxing, my brain started wandering into a problem that I've been suppressing for a while now. Throughout 2025, we saw a massive shift in gaming, social media, and development in general. AI was present in the past couple years, but the stigma changed drastically. Early in the year, it was cautiously optimistic. By the end, it was a full-blown backlash. The thing is, it wasn't just one thing, it was a cascade of events. Gaming got hit harder than I thought. Not just on the development side, this is the least of our worries, but actual gamers felt it. The RAM prices went through the roof because of AI data centers, and even there is a graphics card shortage. So many companies steering away from creative projects and just following trends, and that led to a creator space full of slop. And on top of that, social media started Well, rather, they just revealed that they can just take our data without our consent. And the entire time I was just thinking, well, I just can't believe this is real. People constantly fighting on Twitter, artists losing work, and platforms betraying their users. And the thing that was upsetting me the most was nothing was being done. None of the key players were doing anything about it. And I was just genuinely fed up. Usually in the last quarter of the year, I just work on side projects to keep things fresh. And this year I knew what I wanted to do. I've dabbled on so many side projects for fun, but this time I needed a purpose, not just making something that looks cool. And I wanted to build something for others, not just for me. I started working on Purely Human. And the concept is very simple. It's a platform where AI art is permanently banned, and a place where artists can feel safe and celebrate human creativity. And I honestly thought maybe 10 or 20 people will apply. And here's the thing, we're a month into the official release, and the site grew on a pace I did not expect. We have an incredible collection of artists contributing, the community is very active, supported, and excited, and people are actually using it. And I'm still processing all of that. Purely Human went from a side project to something that was generally bigger than anything I could have thought of in a few months. And here's what I learned from last year. Not all energy is created equal. I can spend the same energy on two different things. One will drain me, and the other will energize me to do a lot more and ship something incredible. It's not about working harder. It's about working on the right thing at the right time. And lastly, when you feel the burn, just take a break. So the real goal for 2026 for me is not a number or milestone. It's just keep asking myself, does this energize me or drain me? Thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, I would really appreciate it if you like and comment. It really helps me with the algorithm and help the channel grow. And if you haven't already, make sure to wishlist the game on Steam and join Purely Human. And I tried to read all of the comments, and I'm curious to see what 2025 was for you. Just remember, take it one day at a time, and I'll see you in the next video.